the best, Hermes, you know? You're the best. Thank you. I love you too.
So that'd be that price swinging I was talking about. The price swinging that I saw in the 1 month, right around here. High correlation, low correlation here. So there should be more price swinging than just what we're seeing right now. There should be some into tomorrow as well. And we have a low correlation for the month tomorrow as well, so that's important to point out. That looks like unicursal hexagram behavior to me right there. Yesterday's not so much. Was at the end of the day though, right? So we continued a little higher. And I was right about opening higher, and then we sort of declined. We did a little bit of a rally there, but then we declined at the open, as expected. Right? I'd expect we probably go wait just 1 minute there. Yeah, see a lot of price movement here. To a down, and then there'll be another. Yeah, see, we go from, like I said, from a crest at the end of the day on the 7th to a low on the 8th, and then there's a high on the 9th, and it looks like a low on the 9th. Like a lot of price swinging going on here. Something on like some sort of spoken word that's important towards the like afternoon session on the 10th as well. It should be misleading. Hey B. Down. Where's your treat, my man? Don't you have your treat? interesting. Why was that there? Well, I could tell you right off the bat that the price level 151 for Apple is a very significant price level. Don't ask me what that means. It's important. 151 is very important to Apple. Oops. I'm sure it'll have more meaning when the time is right, I'm guessing, which is how a lot of this clairvoyant impression stuff works. Based on the 1 year B, if it was gonna hit 100, it would do so this month. But there's no like super strong decline cards really going on. There's and then we have a high correlation at the end of the month. But be careful with this, because the overall theme for Apple for 2022 is an opportunity to short it. The following year, we have the failed attempt to break through key resistance on a multi-year chart, followed by a decline through key support. I was just looking at these Apple glasses, though. That, like, I gotta learn more about the Apple glasses, because that's like a whole nother industry. Just like when iPhone first came out. I wonder, does anybody know when the Apple glasses are supposed to come out, or if it's just kind of like a prototype? Nah, if it was gonna hit 100, it would do so here in November at the November low. And the way that the low for November is gonna turn out, there'll be like two. We're gonna hit support twice. So we'll drop from a resistance to a support. That'll be a low. We'll rise back to resistance, and then we'll reverse and retrace all the way back to support again, and that'll be the second time we hit the low. So we may have hit the low. We may not see 100. Not this year. 100 seems like a pretty far drop. To be quite frank, I'm not so sure 100 is on the agenda for Apple this year. Probably, I mean, probably next year. But if it's gonna happen, it'll be this month based on the low here in November. There is like a swing trade opportunity if you hop in on this on the low in November, possibly to like sell a little bit, like for a little bit of like a hop in on a long position and sell at the end of December. It's a little bit risky though, because we have a correlation at the November low to an opportunity to open up a short position, which means we're going lower. And since this looks like a pretty bullish month for the most part, except off of the high, looks like the high is at the end of the month of December for Apple, and then we fall pretty hard from there. So probably we see lower price levels in 2023 than we see at the low of November. Hopefully that helps. And it looks like if it was going to hit 100 this month, it would be probably this weekend, or I mean this week, like the next day. So very unlikely in my opinion. This month, anyways. A little bit off there. Yeah, so this is an opportunity. It looks like the end of the month of November for Bitcoin is cash. Like there's a good opportunity there, and a rally starts right on the cusp. It's a short-term like swing trade, because we have a pretty big move higher to reach for a distant resistance level here in December to reach the December high. Looks like the distant resistance levels met at the end of the month of December probably, and give or take like a couple weeks. You got to be careful, and it's a trade opportunity. This is a correlation to the theme card. We haven't seen much for big moves to the upside with Bitcoin, which is I find very interesting because the majority of this reading has been very accurate. You know, with a couple places where you need to give it like a 2-week wiggle room, but for the most part, we had these two highs early in the year, 1 and 2, with a low in between, and then we took another low down. I mean, it's pretty accurate. This little peak here ended up being in September rather than here in October, but it looks like we're now seeing a little bit early this strong decline that we have here correlated to the end of the month, and then there's a rally out of these levels. I would say so. Swing trade opportunity when we hit bottom here Hard to say. I'll have to look at the 1 month to tell you. Let me see. That is a pretty sharp drop. Yeah, it looks like looks like we have a pretty strong move to the upside here over the next 2 days. Well, yeah, that's that strife card. Boom. Right, but it's followed by a fast sudden move higher. Looks like there's probably a trade opportunity at a low tomorrow, a fast sudden move higher. And then this Fool card is a pretty strong move to the upside in this case. He'll attempt to break through resistance on the 10th and decline through key support on the 10th as well. And you can see here we have opportunity in the midst of a rally to open up a short position, and it's also the same thing that we see for the sneak preview for December. And then there's a lot of unicursal hexagram energy at the end of the month, so we probably have some sort of rally in the end of the month, marking an opportunity. Probably even maybe goes into the early December. See, we've got unicursal hexagram energy here as well. Interesting. I wouldn't be overly concerned with this drop, guys. This is exactly what it is, Round Earth. It's a buy opportunity. On the short term, like on a swing trade, there's a definitive opportunity when we see a strong rally here to open up a short position, but it looks like that's probably at the end of the month. And that would be like a next month kind of closeout type of position. Long term, like we want to be in it, guys. Long term, you want to be in Bitcoin. Especially because this theme card is a move to the upside, reaching for distant resistance. And can see we had a pretty notable move there. There was a correlation at the low in September. There's another correlation here to the high in December. So there's a bit of a trade in there. There's a couple of trades in here, guys. But this is definitively an opportunity. What is it? It's early in November, so I'd say opportunity. Hey, Solengerger. How is SPY looking to close by the end of the week? Is it super bearish tomorrow and Thursday? Yeah, see, here's that high to low to high, high to low to high, right? There should be another low tomorrow. It's pretty volatile this week, B. It's not straight bearish. It's pretty volatile. There's some sort of speech or something towards the afternoon session on the 10th that's going to be like all lies. And there's also going to be early on the 10th. It looks like we break through resistance momentarily in the midst of a rally, and then that rally's halted with a sharp drop back down through that price level and then further. But then there's a crest on the 11th that we sell, a near overbought crest on the 11th that we sell from. So I'd say there's a lower price level coming this week than we've seen. As far as a higher price level, I don't foresee us seeing much higher of a price level. It looks like the highest price level was probably right here for the week anyways. Around the 385-ish. This red ellipse may be a little bit out of range too, but we should see another drop here and a lower level tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then it would probably be on the 10th, but my sense is tomorrow. It is bearish tomorrow and Thursday, but the thing about Thursday is that it's the halting of a bullish trend, so it implies that there's a little bit of a rally there between the 9th and the 10th somewhere. Because that rally needs to be halted for to fulfill the Hangman card. The CPI report? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something to do with CPI. It could be all bullshit. Excuse my French. I just saw where my camera has me on the screen. That's funny. Sorry, guys. Hey, Raymond. Well, I think a call. Well, it looks like we've already got a price swing, right? We went from here to here to here. I probably would. I mean, if we open, I might buy a put now, or at the open tomorrow. Let's see. What does the open look like tomorrow? Yeah. I'd buy a put at the open tomorrow. As far as a call, I don't know if I'd want to buy a call. I would have wanted to buy a call here. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't buy a call. Not tomorrow. I'd buy a put like now or first thing in the morning tomorrow. If I was gonna buy a call tomorrow, I would do it. I don't think I'd buy a call tomorrow. I'd probably buy a call around this Princess of Swords. Yeah, my sense is that the low may carry us into the 10th. Sometimes that happens when you look at like a 1 month. Like sometimes, occasionally there'll be a combination where like in order to signify the low and the proper behavior, you kind of have like the low correlator next to the day that it should be at. Sometimes happens. So I think the low will probably be on the 10th, early in the morning. You're gonna buy a call on the 11th, Philip? Is that the plan? Because there's a big drop overnight there on the 11th. So if you're planning on buying a call, I'd be mindful of that, guys. I don't think you'd want to sell it first thing in the morning, actually. Because there is impression to open up a protection here on the 10th in the morning and a high in the morning. It's a little tricky, guys, with all this price swinging going on here. Let me see. It's really hard for me to determine, like, if that low is there at the end of the day on the 9th or if it's early in the day on the 10th, Raymond. It's difficult for me to determine that exactly. So I would just go when you see a big move to the downside and at a nice pop in profit on the put, I would just get out. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just take a profit and run with the put. The longer you wait to sell a put, the more likely you are to lose money. Like, that's how you should look at it. The longer you wait, the more likely you are to end up like screwing up the trade, because the probability is against you right off the bat. So guys, just so maybe to help you guys, B's question is, can I do a reading on Disney earnings after the after hour? It's going to squeeze to the upside because of it beats. I can do that, B, but so you guys know, like, my accuracy is much more reliable when there's a time delay. I could explain that for you in a whole episode of live stream. But so, like, when you ask me to do a reading for like the same day, it's very dependent on what type of energy I am in, whether or not it's going to be accurate. Whereas if you were to ask me that question with a few days prior to the earnings report coming out, the accuracy would go up substantially. Yeah, probably, Raymond. There's going to be like a lot of swinging going on. It's already kind of started right here. And I don't know if you hopped on after I said it, but I feel like my ellipse is probably a little bit too deep. I'm thinking probably like this now. There's a lot of opportunities to open up puts over the next few days, but they're really short-term plays, like really fast plays. There's also opportunities for calls, but it's a little bit more like, based on what I'm seeing card-wise, it's a little bit more risky right now. That's okay, B. I can still do it for you. It's just, you know, like, I'm a Cancer, so my energy frequency, like, I do my readings under specific lunar influences to make sure that they're accurate whenever I can, you know, because some energies are more favorable than others for me, and I'm very much like in tune, like my energy frequency changes, so, you know, it's kind of, it can be a little more of like a crapshoot. It's not really a crapshoot, but it's just a lot more reliable when there's a time delay. Remember, I'm not seeing the future, I'm creating it. And I could explain that in like a couple hour video as well. Disney earnings. Did I do a November Disney? I don't even know if I did a November Disney. Let me see. Nope. No November Disney. It's not looking good for Disney After Hours, actually. Interesting. Wait a second. Let me see what the planetary hour is. Planetary hours are also helpful for me. So I said creating the future, not seeing the future, but creating it. And why is that relevant? Because the more time that you have between the more time that you allow for between the manifestation and the intention, the less important the height of vibration needs to be. Like if you want something to happen right away, you need to have an extremely high vibration. It's just the way it is. If you're okay with something taking more time, your vibration can be lower and it still manifests. It just takes more time before you see the manifestation, if that makes sense. Remember, vibration, high vibration, a little amount of time between peaks and troughs. Low vibration, a lot of time. If you think about wavelengths, if that makes sense, right? Like, I wish I had more confidence in my 1 year reading. I mean, it is solid, but not as solid as I would have liked. I think we've seen the lows, guys. Pretty sure we've seen the lows here. For SPY, anyways. Let me see. Yeah, see, this one, like the 2 week leeway is definitely needed towards some of these areas here, which I don't like. I don't like to see that. It's acceptable from the standards if you look at like other analysts, but that's not what I do. I do like right on the ball stuff. See, this is what this low here in October throws it off a little bit. That low in October was really this, right? And that was a fake out as well, making it look like we were going much lower. Instead, we turn around and we go higher. So we're a little bit behind schedule there, right? So we had this fast, sudden move higher out of there. We hit up resistance, pushing us lower. This will be an opportunity to open up a short position around the high. I mean, we could see 360 again. That's possible. I think we'll probably see close to the lows that we've seen one more time this year. But with that said, it's I don't see us going lower. We probably hang out within this range here. Like, we probably hang out in here. I don't foresee us going further. I don't foresee us making new highs either. It's going to kind of be like a little bit of a dance back and forth. But yeah, the 360s could happen. This is a pretty strong move to the downside in December to meet the low, but where it comes from, there's a rally here in November towards the end of the month offering an opportunity to open up a short position. So what we saw here, I believe, is this Ace of Wands.
What's up, buddy? You want to go for a walk, I guess? You're a good boy, Hermes. Go get your toy. Go get your toy, Hermes. Where's your toy? Can you find your ball? Go get your ball, man. I'm gonna get you.
He's trying to get me to play with him. Yep, you got it. Any other questions, guys, before I roll? Just want to say thank you again for the people that have been supporting the channel, guys, because we are in transition out of our funding that we had for like the last 2 years into like self-sustaining channel funds. So your funds are going right back into us keeping this channel rolling, and I want to get to a point as well where we have enough teammate members that we can start predicting price levels accurately. There's just too much information to go through it in time. Like, really, I should be predicting like a year out, because that'll give me plenty of time. But even so, I'd still need a team. In any case, guys, much appreciated for the continued support and donations, and Really, the best way that you guys could help support, guys, it's getting to a point where the amount of requests, I'm not able to fulfill all of the readings that people are requesting. And the best way to make sure that yours gets the one that you're interested in gets put up on YouTube is if you order it from the website. That you can do a monthly recurring. We're changing it so that you can actually specify what ticker rather than picking from a small list. You'll be able to specify what ticker. And really, that's the best way, guys. I mean, we're sitting here talking about this stuff anyways. I'm doing the readings for these people anyways, so it'd be nice to see that reciprocation. And if you can't, no big deal, guys. That's not really what it's about, but it is needed and it is important. All right, guys. I guess there's no more questions. I'll wait another minute or so. You're welcome, guys.